Now, you see how the universe will serve you a cup of tea and will not reveal to you where that tea or even that sweet tea, its origin, its genesis, the kitchen where it has emanated from, or even it has been cooked from. Now, I had planned to start my silent moment and self-reflection moment yesterday evening, and wow, things happened. Things out of the blues just happened. Now, I had said that I'll come on Tuesday. Was it on Tuesday? Yeah, to record now a diary after opening after my comeback from that self-reflection. No, it isn't the case, and actually I haven't started it. Now I postponed the plan. However, I want to talk about something that happened yesterday. It was extraordinary, unusual for me because I'm not used to this. However, I'll talk about it. Now, we say that there are no coincidences at all, but yesterday was kind of mix of that. In this perspective, I've at first saw it as a coincidence, but later I realized, wait, this is God's voice. Now, do I start from the beginning? Yeah. Okay, before I even start giving the story, something that I'd like to talk about is that I think I met my wife yesterday. I think, for some reasons, I met my wife yesterday, and it's something that how do I explain this? It was very unplanned in a way, because all the activities that I did yesterday was very unplanned. All of them. And view this in this angle. You can be planning for something for your life, but something out of nowhere comes and deplans, or even what's the word that I'm looking for? Disrupts the your normal day. Yesterday, I said that I was talking. Okay, did I talk about the book the chapter that I was reading, creating relationships? Creating relationships in the book, stillness is the key. Stillness is the key. Stillness is the key. You know, I'm seeing some people on the field here, and they have a camera. What I'm admiring is the tripod. I really wish I have a tripod so that I can be recording things. My content videos. I'm going back to AI to Maxipy, and I'll be posting AI content, AI related content, and I don't know how it will go. However, my target is I reach 700 subscribers and then I start now because that's my target. 700 subscribers, and right now they're about 682. That's about 18 more subscribers so that I can fill that gap. After that, I start now posting productivity content that is related to AI and all sorts of related content that is related to AI specifically AI, because I trust this will sell. At least it will have some value to someone, and let me say it that way. So that's my plan. I go back to Maxpy with content related to AI. And after that, I think I'll be. Remember, I'm doing all this after these 3 days of self-reflection and I'm seeing some water on the grass, and this water doesn't look like water. It looks mucus, like it looks like mucus. That would mean that there were cows out here. There were cows which were feeding on the grass, and one left some traces of the saliva with the. Okay, does the cow have some salivary amylase? I don't know, and I wouldn't want to know because I don't care. Livestock is not my thing. It's not my speciality. Yeah, Maxipy, I'm coming back to it. However, it will I'll give it another comeback that I'm now going to surpass the 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers mark. Yeah, and I'll have known that I can achieve. If I can achieve 1,000, 10,000 will not be an issue. If I can achieve 10,000, you see, in that growth mindset, 200,000 subscribers will not be an issue. And I want that I want that. You know, there's this medal that is given by YouTube after reaching 100,000 subscribers. It's kind of I don't know, how do I call it? This metal thing, this goldish thing. Okay, I don't know how to call it. It has a name, only that I'm not aware of it. The vocabulary, I mean. Yeah. So, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yeah. Let me narrate the story from the start. Yesterday was a different day for me because I broke the ice of now starting making friends. I started yesterday, and I was a bit uncomfortable about it, but look, it's achievable. However, let me start the story. Now, I'm reading the book How to Create Friendships. Creating relationships with the people. Now, the author is talking about. Now, yesterday I think I talked about this. How he's talking about the wives, the relationships between partners, wives, partners, yeah. And by the yesterday, okay, this isn't coincidence, but I think it's here to cement the point that is being sold to me, or even it is being proved to me. I was scrolling on TikTok, and it's one of those offline videos. You know, when you watch videos on TikTok, this is how the TikTok app keeps some storage for the videos that you can see offline. Like, there are videos that you can see when you are offline. There are not many, however, there are quite a number. Now, among those few numbers, there is an option for watch more of the videos, and it's likely the videos that you have watched previously, and some, very few, are very new that you have not encountered, or even you have not set your eyes on. You have not set your eyes on them, and this was one of those that I had not seen in my feed. So I decided, but I scrolled through and I see this video. I was like, Okay, let me just have a listen to it, because it was an elderly woman who was talking, and there's this interviewer, and I think they were in a studio or something. They were talking about this thing. Okay, they were talking about this story that happened to this old woman. By the way, she was very old, almost in her 80s or even 90s, late 80s or even 90s. Now, she says she says something. She says something. She says she says what? Yeah, she had a husband, and she was in a perfectly, I don't know. She didn't talk of a happy marriage, but she was in a marriage with her husband. Now, while they were together with her husband, married husband legally, she met this another boyfriend, maybe, yeah, another partner, and they kind of um, got into a relationship with each other. Yeah, they kind of get loved each other, like they got into a very mutual relationship, and she liked it more than the relationship that she had with her legal husband or even partner. What will happen next is that an unfortunate event happened to the husband. Now, in one of the yeah, as now the husband took a flight, and it was one of those unfortunate things that happen, and things end up messy. Boarded an aeroplane or even a plane, and then the plane crashed. Even shortly after the flight or even the airplane took off. So the husband died in that tragic crash. Tell me why the woman, months later, married this other partner that they this happy relationship that they were in. You feel me? Like, this relationship is kinda, how do I say this? Yeah, it's that way. Oh, there's a car passing nearby. Yeah, so they married each other, and they were in a happy relationship, and from there on they had a very happy relationship. Was that coincidence? I don't think so. That was the partner that she was supposed to be with in the first place. So as she's telling this story, I was like, by the way, I read this today chapter. Oh yeah. Now I think I saw this video late in the night, about 11 in the night, or even 12. It could be there. Yeah. So what? So okay, going back to whatever I was talking about. This chapter, creating relationship, it's sort of, now when you share something with other people, there's how you enjoy it, and you enjoy stillness, and now the book is generally talking about stillness, and stillness is the key. Now, how to inject, no, not to inject, how to cultivate stillness while in a relationship, and this will make sense. This will make sense. Just the whole of year, or even the today's an hour to 7. Okay, not to 7. I interacted with these people between 6 and 7:30. In between the time. Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's the time frame that I interacted with people. Now, I talk about this. No, I read the book I read the chapter. I finished. I go see. I log in into Facebook. By the did I? Yeah, I think I must have done this yesterday's diarrhea when I was talking about. Yeah, I must have done the diary because I did the diary at almost at 10 or even at 9 in the morning. And okay, okay, I think it's after. Okay, it's before doing the yesterday's diary. So now after reading the chapter, I log into Facebook. I was like, let me scroll and see what is happening out here. What is happening out here? Tell me why. The first Facebook post that I encounter is this. Okay, this post by, I think I had mentioned this, by Winfred. She's a what? She's a she's a Kamba, and who wouldn't love? But they would love to have a relationship with a Kamba. However, that's not the point of this video. But they would love to. I hear that they are good. They are very good sex acrobats and gymnasts. Why did I mention this? Anyway, those. It's one of those wild desires that you usually have. Like, by they would really love to get into a relationship with a Kamba, because I know there's honey out here. There's honey. You gotta lick some honey. So no, there's more juice to this. Okay, there's more juice to this. Now I see one of the I encountered this specific post that was talking about how to share a relationship with strangers. How you can be a light to someone else's disappointments or even sadness. How you can be a candle to someone else's darkness. How you can be a torch to someone else's car. You see, you can light someone else's world just by simple things. And it is just by, just be free, interact with people, talk with people, and by that you'll have extra juicy and joyful moments. And from that, I think it makes sense why the author was talking about how you share something with someone. It could instill, the word that I was looking for is instill, not injecting. Instill, instilling stillness and calmness. And wow, I was like, this information is good. I have read through this book, this post. She was talking about how to create relationships. The importance. It can just light someone. Now I scroll more and I encounter some videos, but then they are talking about the same thing. I was like, okay, ni sawa. I think it makes sense. It makes sense why. Okay, I actually ignored whenever I'm trying to figure out God's voices. I ignore the first attempt. If it comes to the second attempt, I usually know. Okay, now this is not my my assumptions. This is not my voices. These are not my voices. These are just extraordinary. This is now God talking to me, because they are extraordinary. And I'll try to briefly explain how God will talk to you via different medium. And these are the characteristics of God's voice. 1, it leaves traces of inner peace. That's one. Peace will be left in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. 2, the voice will be very persistent. Very persistent. Now, persistent. 3, it will leave this feeling of is the word gratification or satisfaction. You'll be satisfied. You'll be content with whatever is happening, whatever it is being the message that is being brought to you. And one other characteristic is that it will always have support. Like it will have, other than the voice being persistent, and in that persistence is where now another characteristic will be born. Other signs will be shown to you that okay, you need to go now, you need to do this and this. Your environment will just tell you that. The nature will tell you that. You can be sitting here and you get the point. Some other signs will be sent to you. So in this particular case, after now reading that post by Winfred, I was like, okay, interacting with people, interacting with strangers, for me it's quite, it's another field, it's another territory. Yeah, it's another territory that I really am not comfortable exploring, because being an introvert calls for, okay, that's my worst fear. Okay. Talking and even networking with other people is talking with other people as an introvert is quite a new territory, and you will not feel comfortable when you are doing it. And it's because it's really not your thing, by the way. You're not you try as much as possible, but it's really not your thing. So yeah, that's the thing. You will have to what am I saying? Yeah, moments after after I saw that post, I even quit. I log off Facebook. I decided I log off Facebook. What will happen next is that I tap into the TikTok app, and tell me why I had to encounter this video by Elvis W. He calls himself Elvis W. I talked about him yesterday. So he's talking about this relationship advices, and I was like, okay. By the way, he thrives very well. He thrives very well in this field called self what? He thrives very well in this this skills related content. Like he talks about how young men should just equip themselves with skills. He thrives at that. However, at relationships, that's really not his thing, and it's because he gives more of personal experience than professional experience. You can tell from how he speaks. Okay, he's really not a professional for this, and it's really not his thing. Yeah. However, he's good at those. How do I say this? Digital skills. He's good at that, and that is commendable. Actually, if I don't know if he'll ever encounter this video. I don't know. Again, this is a personal video. However, let me not just ignore. He's good at it. Let me commend that. Let me appreciate the fact that he's good at that. However, there are areas that okay, this is not your thing, honestly. And actually, I said this in my post of the same of whatever was happening yesterday in my Facebook account. I just made a post and it was long. By the way, I never write such long. But today, okay, I tried. I really tried, and it's because the story is profound. Let me continue. After I see that, okay, by the way, he was talking about how you just want a girlfriend and you don't want to go out here and interact with people. You're going to church and okay, you don't want to go to church so that you can socialize or even interact with other people. Really? Really? You want a girlfriend? No, he was talking about these people who usually post some Bible verses and Bible verses and these Bible verses and yeah, those religious texts and sort. You're like, you want a girlfriend yet you are posting this and you don't want to go out here to network and to even meet people. Really? That's a joke of the year. Because it really is. It's really a joke of the year. And it's something that, bro, it's not possible. Faith without action is just dead. And action without faith, I saw this post somewhere yesterday. Again, it's dead. Yeah? Faith without action is dead. Again, action without faith. And which, by the way, yesterday was it yesterday I was talking? Okay, I think it was the other day I was talking about. There are people who are just not learned, but they'll have a lot of wealth, and it's because they are putting the action with the faith. Whenever putting in the action, don't forget the faith. Don't forget the faith. The faith is what actually will make sure that your desires manifest faster. Yeah, and it's something that people don't. Most of the people don't know or even are not aware of this. If they are not, if they don't know, they are not aware. And if they are aware, right now they are wealthy. Put their effort and the faith. That's it. Now, yeah, he talks about that. However, as he's talking about this, my TikTok app crashes. This rarely happens. This rarely happens because my phone is a gaming. By the way, will this overheat? Okay, I'll note it. Will this overheat? Okay. Okay, I'm not talking about the phone. But I just hope it will not overheat. It's not in direct contact with anything. Though, when it overheats, it's when the sun hits the screen directly or on the back. However, on the side or even on the sides, when the sun hits the sides, it won't have any effect. Let me continue. So, I wish I had a tripod. By the way, I could have thought. I think I need to acquire a tripod. By the way. So, yeah, there's a long story. But the hair started to grow. It's not real. Okay. Let me talk of this. Yeah. What am I really talking about? What am I talking about? Yes. While I was watching this Elvis Nini by Nini Elvis, relationship. By the way, he was talking about a relationship. Only that it was taking another route. That it was about connection, how to make connection, how to network with other people. I don't know how, but my TikTok app crashed. My TikTok crashes, and I was like, okay. I stared blankly. I give my home screen. a bear, or even I give it a, how do I say this? I give it a blank stare, like, okay, what just happened? Because TikTok Lite isn't supposed to hang. Honestly, it isn't supposed, because my phone is a gaming mini. It can handle heavy applications because I am a gamer. Yeah, and the next phone that I'm targeting is the Redmi 13C, or even 13 Pro, whichever fits the characteristics that I want. I want more storage right now. Again, I want a good processor. So good processor, it means that it has automatically, it has a good RAM. If it has a good processor, it has a good RAM. That's by default, and no one will tell you. But however, someone who is experienced in handling gadgets will tell you that if something has a good processor, it has a good RAM, and definitely it has a good camera. Goes without saying. Now, immediately after now the Nini freezes halfway. I actually didn't finish watching the video a minute. The app crashes, and I decided, okay, you know what? There's something that is being. I think God is trying to communicate. Yeah, God is trying to communicate to me. I wanted to say the universe. However, the universe is God anyway. So, I view this as a sign. You know what? God is trying to speak to me. And remember the characteristics of God's voice. It will always be persistent. No matter what. It will come in the first time. It will come for the second time. And for the third time, I think this is something. There's something in here. You know what? In my mind, I conclude, you know what? I had planned for creating relationships after the 3 days of self-reflection. However, this is going to change, I think, very soon. And it's sooner than I would have expected. I decided, you know what, let me give it a try, connecting with people. Oh, I have just remembered. Oh my goodness. It's occurring to me that I had actually made myself a promise that today, in yesterday's diary, that I'm going to make friendship with 3 people. I achieved it. I have actually, I actually achieved it. And in a way that, now this way I am going with all this story. I achieved it, by the way. I achieved it. So, I just don't want someone else to just hear what I'm talking about. I hope I have more storage. Are you actually... Okay, I'm not sure about this. Okay, let me end this and then check. Wait, I actually deleted some videos because I'm sure I left 11 GB free. So this will comfortably accommodate my 45 minutes. So yeah. Now, where was I? So that is what I made up in my mind. I'm gonna make connections today. I don't know how, but something was just telling me to go to the library. That's why I'm going to meet some people and maybe have a chat with them. Now, I had a very heavy lunch, a very one. I ate from the hotel, from a hotel or even a restaurant just around the school. I ate githeri and came back, and I decided, okay, I'll go in this library environment, or even not environment, but in this library, let me say compound. Yes, the library compound. I'll go there for about maybe 3 or even 4, or even latest 5. Fortunately or unfortunately, it rained. Yeah. Now, after eating, let me now narrate the details now. slowly. I think I have time. I have time. So after eating it was about one in the afternoon. I decided to take my lunch in the hotel because there were no signs that this place, now my room, our room, that there was going to be lunch anytime, because my roommate had gone to a neighbor. He's quite a social the guy, and my conclusion was he's going to eat from that place, and I don't want to eat. I don't want to cook ugali here because I don't have the plan. I don't have the plan. I really do not have the plan of buying anything that will suggest the lunch meal. It said that okay, let me go and eat. After eating, I come back. This roommate comes back and he cooks ugali with some boga. Okay, let me ignore that voice. There's something that is telling me to talk about something that I noted about him. Yeah, it is not. It is. It isn't leading to a good place. But however, when you are with someone, don't use his weaknesses so that you can. So that you can impress your girlfriends or even other people. Yesterday he cooked the ugali and even the sukuma wiki vegetables. I was sitting on the bed. By then I was planning actually to go to bath. I was just taking a break before I go to nini. He uses this as a tool based on the conversation that we were having yesterday. I just overheard. They usually talk with this. But it's good that I talk about it right now. Let me address it once and for all. It just stops bothering me. Because keeping it in heart is it's not only going to... When it accumulates at some time, it will reach some other time that it will just erupt. And I don't think it will bring a good image. Because I'll do something out of the nini. As a result of accumulating that. Okay, I'm lacking the word, but look, I just don't want to keep it at heart. Again, I'm not taking it so heavily. I'm just lightly. I just assume that they were just talking. He's here to impress the girls. Now he talks about how I was sitting at the bed. I was just scrolling. I don't know what I was doing with my phone. Now late in the night, he says that I usually don't work. Like I don't put efforts towards. Based now on conclusion. By the way, I was just concluding that because the conversation I could tell from the voice notes, because I could overhear her talking about something. But I was just sitting on the bed, just doing nothing, while he was there cooking, knowing very well I was planning to go to bath. I was like, okay. Now the girl was like, yani he sits there. Now I'm quoting the girl. Yani he sits there, you cook for him. By the way, I didn't take this heavily, and it will not be different again this time. It was just by the way. There are things that you just. However, I'm just noting something about him, and this is not really a good person that you can share secrets with. I'm very careful of that. Nowadays, I just don't take things into heart, or even I don't take these things personally. You see, because it will take a toll on you. You may stop living that life of You have done me something, I must retaliate. Me, I'm no longer there. As long as it is not affecting my space. Yeah. If this will repeat itself, I'll put everyone. No, I think it will put more. It will. Some pressure will be applied, and now I'll choose to. Okay, let me actually move out. Let me go to another place where I'll enjoy my peace and yeah, sort. Okay, look. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? What was I talking about? Okay, let me go back and see where I've just stopped. Let me go back and see. I forgot it. Oh, I was on the Ugali part. That's where I am. I'm trying to connect where my roommate is coming in all of this. Okay, it was in the Ugali thing. I ate that Ugali. I talked about the now what happened later. Now, let me come back to the story. So what happened? 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 I ate that Ugali. It was just some minutes after I had eaten that igidheri from that hotel or even restaurant. So my stomach, immediately after eating that in Ugali, my stomach was full. Like, oh my, I could even feel it. You know, there's a way you can be well fed up, or even you can feel your stomach and you feel, wow, there's really food. There is now heavy food on this menu. Because I couldn't have a comfort seat, or even I couldn't have a comfortable time. I was not at ease. I was not at ease. I was not at ease. I was not at ease with my comfort, the food in the nini. It was too much because it was too much by the way. I was like, oh my goodness. It's too much. I even drank a lot of water, which I don't know. Look, I had some stomach discomforts and all sorts of discomforts that you could ever have after having a heavy meal. Heavy meal. Heavy. And by heavy, I mean I must have consumed almost 1 kg or even 1.5 kg of food. It was in my stomach. And you see, I'm not used to eating that much. I'm used to eating, 300 grams, it's enough. Okay, but 300 is less. Okay, let's say at minimum maybe 500. 500. Or let's say 400 at most. Yeah. I was now actually planning to go out now after the meal. Tell me why it decides to rain. Out of nowhere, rain starts to pour. But it was not that heavy. It was giving signs of now it's going to be raining heavily. For 4 minutes, that's 1 minute. Okay, this could go for even 50 minutes or even 1 hour. Now I have a lot to talk about. Now, because I think today I'm not doing much. Yeah, I'm not doing much. So that is what happens. I have a very difficult time trying for my stomach to try to figure out, okay, what is happening? How should I handle this? how should I go about this heavy stuff that has been set up for me here. Now after the rain I was like, okay, that's better. I thought this could have gone for quite some times, for some hours. I decide, let me do this. Now that the Nini has stopped and there's some signs of sunlight, it was about 4 in the evening. 4 in the evening. I wanted to say 4 p.m. in the evening, but I forgot. I'm forgetting that p.m. is also means you are just repeating. I'll be just be repeating myself. So 4 in the it was about 5. I think it was in that time. I decided, okay, let me go to the library where I had Nini, and then I'll try to break my ice. This introvert fears ice. I go to the library, take a seat on the compound. You see, there are chairs that are outside the Margaret Thatcher library. I decided to take a Nini and take a look around. So, and to my expectation, I met a couple, some people out there. They were enjoying the Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi. It's active Wi-Fi on in the school library. So I decided that it don't hurt. Let me take a seat, relax as I compose myself, and I'll continue with as planned. I'll continue with the plan. So I decided, okay, fine. Took a nini, read a couple of things. Scrolled, used the Wi-Fi since my phone could attract or even get the waves from the nini, because my phone is strong. Having a good phone is actually good. Never miss a good phone just because of the budget. You better just continue pouring more money, or even looking for adding more money so that you can buy a good phone. A good phone is worth it. In the long run, it will really do you wonders. So I scroll, I post a couple of posts on Facebook, scroll. However, my mind is not here on this phone. I'm doing this for fun. However, it's to kill that intense nini feeling that I had because of my intentions. Remember, I'm not comfortable with this, so okay, I'm not feeling so good with this. I'm tired of sitting down. I'm sitting for 48 minutes. That's a full lesson in high school. Lesson will typically go for 40 minutes. We'll typically go for 40 minutes. So I've started for in the same place. However, you don't notice that. Okay, you don't notice this if you're not doing something. Now it has become too much. Now look, sit nearby while I observe the people nearby, and I was like, my target was to approach girls, all right, and so that I can master the skill of impression, first time impression, okay. That was my aim. That was my aim. And definitely I spot one girl. Two girls actually, for that matter. Two girls. The boys, I think I had grown this blur kind of picture. Okay, not picture, but I really didn't see the boys. I was only seeing the girls. Well, when they say, okay, there's this story that goes, there was this kind of there's this person who was told to count the number of red cars. Usually, when he usually visited the city, he was actually a resident of the city, and he usually saw this kind of many cars. And now someone told me that he should count the number of red cars that he will see, and he should note down the number of times he sees the red cars. Tell me why he noted no other type of a car with another type of color. He noted only the red cars. That was me yesterday. Noting the girls who are sociable. Okay? I approached this girl. She looked like Eunice. The person that we co-partnered making Maxis. Again, Maxis was is a combination of two words. Max and Ice. Ice from Eunice. Max from Max. My former name. Okay? I really don't want to mention it. Anyway. I had actually, I inquired Equity Bank to change my name, my bank name. Yeah, I want my bank name to be changed. Yeah, I want all my previous, all documents, or even anywhere that could have my name, my previous name, to be just changed, to be edited, and to have my name, my name, Maxim Felix Kinobi. That's the name that I should have. Not trying to disown the surname, but look, I explained all this in another day. It's not because I want. It's because my world, or even my purpose calls for that. I need to have a name, a change in the name. Okay, all this is about to happen. I don't know. Anyway, listen. Yeah, I approached this girl. By the way, she was calm. She looked like Eunice, and I could relate with her looks. I started having a chat. By the way, it was very uncomfortable. Starting a chat with a stranger is something that, bro, it's a skill that you have to master first. And I realized that yesterday. Oh, I started talking to her. By the way, I came to know that she's first year. Oh, she's doing Bachelor of Education in, I don't know, biochemistry, bio and chemistry. That's a combination of the education units that she's doing. Not units, but the speciality of the course. I have a chat, finding common grounds. By the way, in some sense, this was very easy. By the way, we got into a very smooth conversation. I get to know her, and I asked her about her life path, her date of birth. She tells me that it's life path 02. Not life path, but the date of birth, like the date, not the life path, the date of birth is 02. And I was like, aha, he's someone that I can relate with, because 2 and 4 are very compatible. Very. So I see, okay, I think there's some hope here. Plus, again, as I approached her, even as I interacted with her, I learned that she's from Meru. So we have some common need together. Like, I could have some need. Plus biochemistry. We talked about biology. Nonsense. Those petty talks. However, for me, Okay, yesterday I was talking about how it's very important to be petty. Let's talk about petty issues, but find other more interesting things that you can talk about the same subject, and that's why we'll vibe. Certainly, it went my way. I got her contact and we talked, and somehow by the way we just connected. Somehow we just connected, and I just can't explain this, but we somehow connected, and I liked her vibe. She's this cool, relaxed. It's someone that really we are compatible in a way. I learned that she's also an introvert, only that I couldn't ask her. I noticed that okay, she had come to the library so that she can cool off from. She didn't want to stay in the hostel, so she decided to come here, and to some extent, I feel that this wasn't coincidence. It was something that was planned. I think that's my wife. I can tell from far. It left with this peace. But then after I met her, I was like, I'm at peace by the way. I ain't excited as much, but I think she's the aura in her is okay. I think she's a Lake Yagulan. Lovable, alright? Now, finish talking and yeah, I bid goodbye to her and yeah, I went. I went back to the same seat that I was on. Tell me why I had to note this other. By then I had two targets, two girls to approach that I had set my eyes on. Tell me why I had to approach this girl. And coming nearer, by then she was wearing pink and some jeans. But this story is going to be long. Okay, I will try. Okay, sawa, fine. It will go for a while, for even more than an hour. I decided, okay, I don't know. I just felt so uncomfortable before I approached this other girl. But I was like, I've got the guts. Let me just be shameless and just approach her. Wow, that was one mistake that I could. Okay, it really. Okay, it is not a mistake based on how I'll explain later. Okay, what happened later that night? I approached this girl and she was like, she gives me this eye. She gives me this look like, oh, I approach her and she gives me this eye of very serious. What do you want? What do you want? Why are you coming to me? She was sitting all alone on this. There are flowers there, and yeah, I talked to her, and she gives this non-reactive impression that I actually say hi. She continued scrolling. By the way, she was just scrolling. She continued scrolling in her nini. I'm like, okay. Continue scrolling. Continue scrolling. Continue scrolling. Continue scrolling. By the way, I asked even her name. Also, by the way, I saw the uncomfortable feeling in her face. She was like, my name is Joy. I was like, okay, me sina ubaya. I don't have any badness. I don't know how to translate that. Wherever it comes good in Kiswahili. Sina ubaya mimi. Yeah, me have just come here to network with you. To just make friends with you. What's your name? But then she didn't give me her right name. Her name is okay. She told me that she's called Joy. However, it's not Joy. Yeah, I could tell that she was lying. You can tell from just from first that someone is lying to you if they are avoiding one, if they are avoiding eye contact. Two, they give this. By the way, I must learn how to. Okay, this has just occurred to me right now. I need now to be reading people's faces. If there's a twitch in the eye, if there's the eyeball, or even the iris, is it the iris or this black thing? if it retracts, you know that someone is lying or even is interested, or yeah, I should run to to note and observe micro gestures on the face. I think let me just interact with more people, and I'll be giving an interview with, a report on this, or even what I have observed from the same. And it's because that is very essential when you are speaking to someone. If you note that there's a glitch, or even there's a twitch, there's a change in the human face, they are not comfortable or they don't want to talk about something. Yeah, from that I think I'll okay, based on the experience, I'll explain what I've learned so far. Anyway, I have a talk about him, and I tell her that my name is Felix. She was non-reactive. She was not reactive at all, by the way. Very non-reactive. She had this big body, and you know, there are people who seem to have big, this black heart, like you don't want to. However, I've come to learn that every human has their own personalities. Now it's upon you to figure out how you come to her level and you neutralize that. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Now, after seeing that she isn't responding to my interest, I decided, okay, you know what, let me just walk away. Just nearby, there was this boy who was near him. I was like, you know what, let me approach even this boy. Again, I'm not specific to the people that I'm watching. However, I was interested in the girls first. I approached this boy. We'd have a lengthy talk about school nonsense, just some nonsense, some people graduating nonsense. Yeah, you know how he talked about how this school is just wasting us, nonsense too. We talk about how mimi nisema okay, I start talking about some useless things, some lies. In fact, for that matter, it was a lie. It was a lie. At how I'm taking this digital course to learn, you know, stakangi. I don't want to stay like that while I'm in school. I don't want to stay idle. Yeah, I'm taking this course by Google called digital marketing. He hears about digital marketing. Oh, digital marketing. No, I've been doing. I'm doing right now. He's called Dennis, by the way. He says that. Okay, what do we talk about? By the way, it was a mistake. Okay, not was a mistake. I didn't pick the contact from Joy because I was like, okay, I think I can't go extreme with this one because I will annoy her. And when I annoy her, I don't want any chaos erupting from this place. Okay, I decided actually to walk off after asking her name. My name is Felix. Nice to meet you. By the way, he said, nice to meet you in a low tone. And she was like, guy, you know, when you tell a stranger like that, when you talk to a stranger like that, I was actually bamboozled. I was surprised because she gave me this look and it wasn't really comfortable at all. By the way, it wasn't. I really wanted to run because wow. Now, how do I talk about that? Let me talk about this just a minute. So, with this boy, I talk about the digital marketing. He tells me that she's doing this business, online marketing, networking nonsense. I knew very well this is a scam, but yeah, we don't just go in. You know, when you are interacting with people, forget what you know. Just listen actively. Don't judge, just listen. Yeah, flow with the conversation, and that's why you get to interact with people. Yeah, ukileta views zako, you'll only be doing yourself misfavor, you see. And I had learned that about networking. Whenever meeting, I've just ended the video unintentionally. So I was saying, so it can go for 1 hour. Okay, let me summarize this as conclude everything. So we have a lengthy talk about networking, businesses, and I say that I'm interested. My aim was to get his number. I'm not interested in those online business because it's a scam. Anyway, you'll pay that fee and it will go. Something just happened and you'll be told that you need to pay more so that you can access other features. I have been scammed before, so I knew these patterns. So I decided, let me just say that I'm interested in this online business. I take his number, he takes my number, and yeah, we save each other's numbers. That is for me to grow my network. Okay, note that. And that's it. By there, I leave him there enjoying Wi-Fi, and I leave. My target has been reached. I was able to at least talk to 3 strange people. My target was I'm approaching 3 people that I totally have never seen, have never interacted with. However, let me just break that ice of introverts' worst fears. So goes as planned, and I was able to achieve the dream. That's why I'm celebrating. Hooray! Yeah. I've been talking for 1 hour, by the way. I've noted this. 1 hour. I can really talk. Anyway, so yeah, that's why I was able to renew. I have some hopes that this first girl that I interacted with, she might be the one. However, that's not for me to judge. Or I'll try to figure out. Or even ask God if she is the right person. If she is the right person, then that means 8 days from now. Now 7 days. 7 days. That would mean about today is Saturday. So the next Saturday. No, I think it was in Sunday. It will be on Sunday. Wait, it will be on Saturday. Next Saturday. Okay, let me leave it at that. So you know what I'm talking about, okay? If you don't, please refer to my previous diary. Either the second previous or even yesterday. Okay, did I talk about this yesterday? I think so. But 3 diaries before this, you will find the answer of what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is what happens, by the way. And it happens in a way that I couldn't. Yeah, I'm now a network richer. Richer than I was on. This was on Friday, before Friday. Oh, before Thursday. Oh, before Thursday, before Friday actually. Before Friday, I was 3 networks. No, not 3 net. Okay, I don't know how to term all this. However, let me just put it as it is, raw as it is in the mind. Yeah, I was able to achieve that, and I'm now planning this day to just isolate. I'm coming back to this field. Right now, let me go back to my house and do a couple of things. I'll be coming here and I'll start off my self-reflection and even fasting period tomorrow. Oh, today evening. So I'll go to church. That's why I start my fasting period. I start my 3-day. Today is just only for preparation. To just see what I'm supposed to be covering in those 3 days. Because it's good to plan even the details of it, so that in the middle of it you just don't get confused or even don't get distracted by other things. Yeah, it's good to plan. Anyway, remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until, I don't know, Wednesday or even Thursday. Adios. Keep safe.